Hey guys, how's it going? Sel here, and welcome to episode 3 of RS3 from scratch. Picking up pretty much where the last episode left off. I AFK'd some archaeology between 42 and 44 as I recorded the voiceover for that. Got that from excavating and then restoring the artifacts I found, as well as doing a research thing. I sent out another Jimmy. Okay, I sent out Jimmy on another thing for that as well, so yeah, got more of that going in the background. By the way, if things ever happen with my skills in between clips or whatever, or like even quest points, just assume I did something really menial and not really noteworthy. I don't know how often I'll do that or how much I'll try to catch in each clip, but it's likely that I'll omit some stuff because it's just not interesting in my mind or not noteworthy of a clip, I guess. Anyways, let's look at the summary screen. I think we'll do this at the beginning and end of every episode, just as a quick recap or refresh in case you missed a few things. Seen at 325 total, 37 quest points, and all this other jazz. We can check achievement progress and quest progress and all that other stuff while we're at it. So, I do have a goal of Questcape long term because there have been enough quests. I don't think I've ever had Questcape actually in any version of the game, but it would be nice to get that at some point, so yeah. Anyways, we are going to, as I finish up doing the intro here, finish off a mystery through invention here. If we talk to Venescula, I believe, this will finish off and get us to 45 archaeology. I won't come back with like every level or even probably every 5 levels. It's just, I might as well. Hang on, what? Excuse me? Okay, I guess I'm gonna go look at this real quick. Turns out I am pretty sure I was selecting the wrong chat option because the other mystery is that one, the other one I was pressing. Anyways, 2100 XP gets us to 45 archaeology. And with that, we unlock a new thing at an old dig site. This is pretty much how archaeology goes, as far as I gather. You kind of cycle between the dig sites you have available every couple of levels, and we can look at that in the skill guide here. So, at 42, we unlock this dig site and a hotspot, I guess, is what they're called, here. These remains, and then here we unlock a hotspot at an old location, old dig site that is, and then same here. So we go from Everlight, or I guess Ceradomin, Zamorak, Zeros, Ceradomin, then this must be Ceradomin still. Anyways, you get the gist of it, and then eventually you unlock higher tier dig sites of Armadillo and Bandos. So I don't know if those ones have any other requirements, but they're not for a super long time, like 70, I think. So we'll either be done with archaeology for the time being before that, or cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, that'll pretty much be the goal for now, and I'll come back to you guys if anything interesting happens. I'll be doing probably, actually probably not. I probably won't do any dailies between then and now, but again, keep in mind what I said earlier. And that'll explain any like addition to cash or items or experience that I have. Alright, so I've just been basically going through the motion of archaeology. I've been heavily AFKing it, probably doing a bunch of stuff not quite the right way, but yeah, I've been AFKing this while I do things on old school pretty much, namely finish up fire making. Spoiler alert for anybody that's watching that, though that should go out before this, I believe. And I think more people are going to be watching that and not this. But anyways, if we could look at our materials here, this is what we've collected over time. I've kind of just been prioritizing filling out the collector stuff, such as going through all these, checking these off, basically turning anything in I can, because unlike what I originally believed, each of these has a chronote value, and when you turn them in, you get those chronotes, and these are just a bonus. So it's not like this amount divided by whatever this is. These all have their own value, and once you turn them all in, however many times, you get this amount. And there are some unique rewards, some of which I've gotten, such as the Seal of the Prefectus. Alright, that was butchered, but you get what I mean. And the Slack of Hair are for unlocking relics. I've got one Hand of Glory as well for a relic. There's another one at Everlight that I can't get until I am 40 construction. And there's another one, I think, coming up before 70. I think it's... okay, maybe I can actually get it already. I'm not quite sure yet. But, yeah, other than that, not much to speak of. I've got a few things that I've been working towards in terms of the collection status. So I've just been, I've been keeping this in mind, and whenever I'm at a stage where, like, I'm at the 58 area, but I already have all the things that I need pretty much, this is when I would find time to go back and collect things from previous areas, like relics that not relics, but artifacts that I'm missing. So I've got loads of extra stuff from Everlight right now, namely the instruments. I almost called them musical things because that's very technical. But yeah, apart from that, just making my way through the skill as you do, and doing things elsewhere, editing thumbnails and such, preparing that sort of thing, and finishing up old school. I can't get a dragon mattock, because they're ridiculously expensive and I don't have access to the content that you can generate them from. But fortunately, I don't really care about augmenting things, which is why that's important. So I should just be able to pick up an orichalcum one, and hopefully those aren't ridiculously expensive for some reason, because it's still a relatively low level. And I probably won't be going past 70, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern. Okay, I didn't realize the quest just ended so quickly there. Ignore this. But there's 16 mining from Plague City, and I'm going to do the Knight's Sword for a reason that is kind of dumb, but I'll reveal once we finish it up. And here comes the end of the Knight's Sword. Do we still get... yeah, it's a lamp for some reason. RS3 loves lamps as quest rewards, as we will probably find out. So I guess it's from 1 to 29 smithing. One of the best quests in the game for skipping levels, if not the best. In RS3 at least. Maybe Waterfall is better in old school or something, but my entire reason for doing that is really more so an excuse to get quests out of the way. Was I got 8 smithing lamps here. Make sure that's the right one selected. But you choose 3 of these now, which I guess is pretty nice, but doesn't really solve the issue that they were saying it was going to solve. So let's do these one at a time. See how far that gets us. Figured we might as well, you know, do this since we have so many huge lamps. Well, I guess they're large lamps and not huge, but you get the deal. Up to nearly 38 smithing from that. And you do have more quests that'll give us more smithing XP, so should be well past 40, I believe, by the time we finish like Elemental Workshop and all that. So, pretty nice. Got a couple more lamps here as well from dailies and other miscellaneous stuff, and those will get us some levels here. I don't know what I'm going to use the mediums on, but yeah, if you see me randomly get levels, I'm not buying anything because that's kind of dumb. Not going to spend money on a game like this. At least on the skilling. Membership is fine in my books, but anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much where this is going to go. I guess I'm going to dump these all in divination because why not? I know you can do divination with caches, but I just want these out of my inventory for now. Anyways, oh, that was 4 levels. Were those medium lamps? And there were only like 3 of them, right? Seems like crazy XP. Anyways, yeah, so again, I know I said this once before, but to reiterate another time, random stuff, I'm either doing dailies or, like in this case, the key situation. So for money so far, after getting 50 rune crafting, that unlocked Viswax. I've been doing that daily and picking up runes in the Varrock, Port Sarim, and Void Knight outpost shops. It's about 1,600 of these runes every day, and then taking those to the Runecrafting Guild to make Viswax. Get about 70 to 80 a day on average, I'd say. And I'm also crafting nature runes with my Wicked Hood Teleport and Essence. So, all that is leading me to say, just sold Viswax. It's been on the rise. It is much more expensive than when I last played. It was maybe like 7 or 8k when I used to play. So that is just absolutely nuts to me. So we are going to make a big-ish purchase here. It's going to go ahead and hopefully this buys. It does indeed. So 2 mil for the Ring of Fortune. Slight stat upgrade over the Ring of Wealth, but has unlimited teleports too with the Grand Exchange. So I don't have to keep buying these when they run out of charges. So that's pretty nice. Our backlog of dailies was full, so decided to do the construction, fletching, and firemaking ones. I think these might be based on the level, the reward that is XP, might be based on the level that you receive the challenge and not the level that you finish it, which kind of sucks, but I also kind of understand it. I just wish it was the other way for selfish reasons, I guess. Let's see though. I don't know, that was still like 500? Yeah, I think that was like 500 and, yeah, 499. Yeah, I must have gotten all of these at level 1, so yeah, kind of sucks, but oh well, it is what it is. I guess that's incentive to stay on top of things, because like the Slayer thing is going to give us nothing in comparison to what we'll be able to get later, and same with this agility one, so I guess we could end up rerolling those or letting those slide off the bottom here, so that's always an option. Wrapped up our first Gathixian Cache. I'm on a legacy only world because I figured there'd be less competition there, and I'm just camping the crest statue anyways. So we were at 17 divination before, and we did get an outfit piece. I was gonna say you can get outfit pieces from this, so that's 1 out of 5 there for when we actually physically train divination, if we ever do that. We probably will at some point, just because there's an archaeology thing that makes it pretty decent. I'm not sure how it compares to caches, but at least I assume it makes it decent. I haven't actually seen anything on it, but anyways, yeah, I'll be doing these probably periodically, but sporadically. Went ahead and unlocked this power. The unexpected diplomacy, which we had a relic thing for a while now, but never bothered unlocking it. And this probably will come in handy, just because Menaphos we're going to be unlocking fairly soon, I think. And that will be quite useful there. There's Jack of Spades. Also off camera I did Rune Mysteries, Rune Memories, Death of Chivalry, Stolen Hearts, and Diamond in the Rough. They're easy quests without much going on. I just thought whenever I do this, I'm going to make a list and then just list them off as I finish a more notable quest, but we do have some more XP lamps here as well. Probably going to use all these ones, the small ones, in range. I don't know what I'm going to put the bigger ones into, though, when those become more relevant in some of the upcoming quests we're going to do. But yeah, here's a general stats update as well, up to 65 quest points. And here comes the first big one that we're going to do for now. That's Treenome Village. Straight up to 28 attack. Pretty solid. All these, it's weird because some of these quests have like a static reward, such as this one has attack XP, but some of them have been replaced with a lamp that you can put into anything. So like the one for Vampire Slayer or the Grain Tree. That has also been turned into a lamp instead of just straight up attack XP. And here comes Waterfall Quest. Always a little scary that you're going to get washed out. But there we go. Another huge chunk of early game XP to boost our melee levels, which are now our highest combat out of nowhere. Quick detour here. We just picked up 10 fletching for our next quest. Tourist Trap. Might as well say it since it was right there. And this should get us to 65 archaeology. And we can finally leave Everlight. I don't know how long I spent there. Could definitely be faster about archaeology, but it's kind of just my go-to AFK thing, so I don't put that much effort into it. Alright, here's the end of the Tourist Trap, and we're going to go, of course, agility for both of these. Taking us up to 28. Yet again, unlocking more quests, most notably the Green Tree. We are back again. We have done I guess I should say there's no one here with me. Quite a few more quests, as you can see in the notes here, in case you're not looking, I'll read them off. One Piercing Note, Impressing the Locals, Observatory Quest, Recruitment Drive, Shield of Erev, What's Mine is Yours, Sheep Herder, Perils of Ice Mountain, Tower of Life, Tribal Totem, Song from the Depths, the Barcraw mini quest we just did from Tiny Acorns, which is also a mini quest, Tale of the Muspa, and Elemental Workshop 1 and 2. We're up to 90 quest points overall, 36 items left on the doable list, even though some of them really aren't, and by the time we finish this there will be more unlocked. So yeah, we have some heavy hitters coming up. I'm not sure if I'll record them or if I'll just do what I have been and come back and show you the stat updates. So yeah, quite a few experience rewards here. Divination going up again is from caches, and everything else is just quest rewards pretty much. Yeah, archaeology kind of just invalidated this entire quest, didn't it? Because we're getting mining XP for something we would normally get archaeology XP for. And there's dig site finished. Even if it kind of doesn't make sense, I'm glad it still gives mining XP, because that's a lot of mining XP and level skip. It also has some pretty nice Herbler XP as well. So yeah, now we have a couple more researchers unlocked here as well, even though I'll probably never use them because Jimmy. you know, why bother getting anyone else, you know? Just wrapping up a couple of dailies here. There's a summoning daily and a farming daily. Should hopefully get us some levels, claim rewards. Oh, 5 farming levels from picking some potatoes. That's good though, because there's a kind of a lack of early game farming quest XP, so that puts us the rest of the way to play our own farm, which I'll probably be starting immediately. As I understand, they nerfed some part of it. The last time I played, I did try the play your own farm, and you could basically have animals and never feed them. So I think that's no longer the case. And in particular, there was some beehive you could put woad leaf into, and that was like really good XP for the early levels, so I'm gonna check that out and see if anything's changed. But yeah, also up to 27 farming, which is nice. I haven't mentioned this, but double XP weekend is, or week I guess now, is coming up in a few weeks, and I'd like to have something to do at least during that time, so I'll have to figure something out. We are also at the earned keys cap, as you might have seen there when we finished the daily XP. That's 100 keys, so used a couple of them, might use a couple more, then I'll disperse them around. Probably put a lot in summoning, honestly, and then come back and show you guys what I got. Alright, we used down to 78 keys, still got a little bit of bonus XP left. We got up to 40 summoning, which is just bonkers, honestly. The promo right now is really overpowered though, because you get these things which are double bonus XP, and then you get lamps, which use that bonus XP, so no, well, again, I'm not buying it with real money, so it doesn't really bother me all that much for this amount of boosting to happen, really. Quest rewards as I see it once again. We also started helping Meg at some point. This is another weekly, so ooh, that is not very good. Yeah, it didn't sound like she did great there, but yeah, a little bit of money, like minuscule amount, and small XP lamp. It's free though, so can't complain. There's another weekly we're going to be doing regularly. And there's Holy Grail finished, and I think that'll be our wrapping up point for this episode, actually. Huge level gains in prayer and defense, so we can wear some actual armor now instead of what we've been wearing, so that'll be pretty nice for future endeavors. I realized there's a midsection of my recording clips, or my recorded clips, that were muted for some reason, despite not remembering muting or unmuting my video settings. But anyways, I don't think I mentioned this even those clips, but after recruitment drive we did end up switching our character back to being a male. So this is our final look. Like, look at this absolute beast here. He doesn't need more than that. He's ready to take on the world with these sandal looking things. Are those actually sandals? Because I couldn't swap those out at the place I went, but maybe I'll go to a shoe store or something. Anyways, let's take a look at the summary to compare to last episode, or at the beginning of this one, I guess, rather. Sitting with 1.6 mil cash, not really relevant to the total amount of money that we have, but yeah, 17 total, 64 quests completed, which feels insane, honestly. It does not feel like I've done that many, but RS3 there are just so many quests, like, it's really only 1/5 of the quests-ish, about 20%. I started today at like 16%, so kind of crazy to think about. And achievement progress 204 out of 2541 apparently. There are some hidden ones I know, like 60 something of them, I think, maybe more than that, honestly. But yeah, 105 quest points as well. Anyways, if you've enjoyed watching, feel free to give it a like or subscribe, comment, tell me what you want to see if you want to see more. I know there's a lot of questing, but that's kind of how the early game is with RS3, given that there are so many and the rewards are so good. Also a little bit of AFKing mixed in when I need a bit of downtime to do other things on the side. Anyways, thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.